we're hearing reports that Trump is planning a big surprise on Inauguration Day. As Joe Biden is sworn in at the Capitol, Trump is reportedly thinking of holding a competing event, a rally announcing a presidential run in 2024.
Kayla, is the president seriously considering skipping the inauguration?
I'll leave that to the president to make his announcement. He tweeted something to the effect of he knows what his decision is and he'll make his decision at the right time.
What rationale could he possibly have for skipping?
I'm not going to speculate on the president's decision. I'll leave that to him to announce it.
The protocol of the transfer of power, I think, is important, but it is totally his decision, and it's of no personal consequence to me. But I do think it is for the country.
It's not just that Donald is hurting himself, which he is doing by continuing to play this out to these absurd lengths. He's doing serious damage to our democracy, to people's faith in the American electoral process. And he's also undermining the legitimacy of the incoming administration.
And that was Mary Trump, Donald Trump's niece, and a psychologist whose book about Donald Trump has sold more than 1 million copies this year. America faces the very real prospect that on January the 20th, 2021, there will be dueling events. Joe Biden's inauguration and Donald Trump bypassing the inauguration for a 2024 campaign kickoff rally. Mary Trump offers some very wise advice about how Joe Biden can defeat Donald Trump on that day. Hello, everybody. I'm David Shuster, and thanks for watching. Mary Trump underscores that the way to beat Donald Trump is to go after the power that he derives from the media.
Something he clings to as a way to maintain his relevance, which I suggested earlier is going to wane precipitously after the inauguration. And I think it's a way to keep himself at the center of things. My hope is that the media doesn't fall for this.
Okay, it may be asking a lot for the media to show some responsibility in this day and age, but the fact of the matter is, if the media does fall for Donald Trump's nonsense on January the 20th, it will be a very clear dereliction of media duties. The fact of the matter is that once Joe Biden is sworn in, it is his words, it is his speeches that matter in terms of policies and how it influences the world, not Donald Trump's words or tweets. Now, I get the temptation that so many in the media will have to cover Donald Trump, to follow his circus. After all, it has been good for ratings. But the fact of the matter is the media should not necessarily fall into the trap of actually thinking Donald Trump will run in 2024 for a couple of reasons. First, Donald Trump is facing a couple of criminal investigations at the state level. Those are investigations that cannot be stopped if Donald Trump were to pardon himself or Joe Biden were somehow to try to pardon Donald Trump once he gets in office. Secondly, Trump owes more than $300 million over the next 4 years in loans that will have to be repaid. Much of the money is to foreign actors, and it's not clear how the president's going to be able to do this. It's a very real possibility he could be headed to, I don't know, debtor's prison or at least be under criminal indictment. And then there's a possibility that Mary Trump and others have raised, and that is Donald Trump might actually leave the country to avoid all of this. President Trump referred to that during a campaign rally over the summer.
Could you imagine if I lose my whole life? What am I going to do? I'm going to say, I lost to the worst candidate in the history of politics. I'm not going to feel so good. Maybe I'll have to leave the country. I don't know.
The idea that a president of the United States might go into exile like some sort of king or despot certainly sounds absurd, but absurdity has marked the entire Trump presidency, hasn't it? All of us have a responsibility to keep this country moving forward, and that includes focusing on what matters moving forward. It will not be Donald Trump.